everyone again and welcome in the audition room. Today we're gonna enter in the real drama of Shostakovich Fifth Symphony Viola Excerpt. Shostakovich gives us a moment that is dark, tense and very dangerous for auditions. This excerpt in the first movement is basically one of the most difficult ones just because of shift jumps that we will talk today. In this excerpt, audition committees are listening for three main things: perfect intonation, bow control, it must look effortless but the sounds need to stay alive, a pre-think melodic line, think of it as a quiet confession and not a monotone recitation. What I think can really work in this excerpt is a very slow practice in pianissimo, piano, with just simple long notes, connecting also just two strings. Start with simple octaves and a metronome in a slow tempo. It's this kind of practice that actually helps you to find the amount of pressure you need for the dynamic of piano and for the amount of bow you need for the half and full note. Let's speak about intonation, the challenging part of this excerpt, because now we can use different fingerings for this excerpt, like for example the first F in second position or first position and the octave in the third position. You can start with the F in the first or F with 1 in the second position. This is what I use now because it makes me more confident and more stable. So just keep in mind to be as relaxed as possible when your left hand should make these jumps. My advice is to choose very carefully because it's important that all these shifts doesn't include the glissando inside. A hearable glissando, let's say. Another technical important thing, because this excerpt lives in a world of piano tension and audible glissando can sound even romantic or sentimental when it's hearable, which is exactly the opposite of the dry, restrained character of Shostakovich. So keep in mind, just before the shift, reduce the finger pressure to about 40-50%. So you can reduce the pressure to shift early during the last part of the bow. Reapply weight only after arriving to the next note so you don't lose the tension of your sound. This opening is not expressive or warm. It's very tense, cold and restrained, as I said. So your vibrato must be minimal, controlled, narrow and never emotional till the end of this excerpt. So let the sound feel suspended and almost frozen all the time. If you are preparing this excerpt for auditions, focus on three things: shifts, sound and emotional discipline. Let's speak now for the ending of this excerpt, the part with 8 notes grouped under a quarter note slur moving forward with a very specific Shostakovich character. This is one of the trickiest part of the excerpt because it must sound dry and cold and perfectly controlled, never romantic, never heavy and never blurry. So think one gesture per quarter note, not 8 separate notes. The biggest mistake players make is trying to articulate every 8 note equally. Shostakovich I think, wants something different. Each group of 8 notes should be as a one single bow gesture. Inside that gesture, the strokes has to feel like micro impulses and individual notes. If we speak for the character now, I should say that this is a very sarcastic and urgent, let's say, because this repressed energy inside is sarcasm, a cold, bitter edge, and a marsh like motor. So try to avoid swelling the phrase, adding romantic phrasing, slowing down at the end. Instead, stay absolutely strict in a stable tempo, having an I sound and marching forever feeling. We need also a mental image, because this 8 note we can imagine as a fast walk in a restricted corridor. You can't run, you can't wander, you just go cold and steady. This image can help you keep the playing tight and very controlled till the end. Dynamics should be even and controlled. Don't make crescendos inside each group. Keep the dynamic level stable. Think of a flat emotional line. The energy comes from the rhythm and not from volume. And that's how I approach this excerpt, from the big octave jumps at the beginning all the way to those fast articulated 8 notes at the end. Shostakovich is never just notes, it's about drama, structure and intensity. For me, the key is staying grounded in stable shifts, clean bow distribution, and never letting the tension of the passage take over the sound. If you are preparing this for an audition, slow practice and clear finger planning will honestly save you. This excerpt looks simple on paper, but it's full of traps of intonation, of control, timing, everything is exposed. So for now, thank you for watching and see you in the next episode with another excerpt. Bye.